The development of the Pag-asa Island Airport, locally known as Fitu Island, is well underway as the Philippines ramps up its efforts to solidify its presence in the disputed South China Sea. According to a statement from the Philippine President's Communications Office last week, the procurement of land for the runway extension has already begun. This project is expected to significantly enhance travel to and from this remote island, where both Filipino civilians and military personnel are stationed. It will also bolster the capacity to accommodate larger military aircraft, underscoring the Philippines' resolve to maintain its claim in the contested waters. This move comes as China continues to push its own claims over the South China Sea, despite a 2016 arbitral ruling that rejected these assertions. The development of the Pag-asa Island Airport is part of a broader strategy by the Philippines to strengthen its presence in the region. In addition to the airport, the Philippines is also nearing completion of a military runway on Balabac Island in Palawan Province, another strategic location near the South China Sea. Balabac is one of 4 new sites that the United States military can access under an expanded defense agreement signed last year, further emphasizing the importance of these infrastructure projects under the Marcos administration. The Pag-asa Island Airport development is not just a military initiative. It also aims to open the region to new investments, ease transport, and strengthen the tourism sector. The completed project is expected to facilitate better supply routes, potentially boosting tourism and investment in the area. However, this development is likely to further strain relations between Manila and Beijing. A spokesperson from the Chinese embassy reiterated China's indisputable sovereignty over the Nansha Islands, using the Chinese name for the Spratly Islands, including Pag-asa. This stance highlights the ongoing tension between the two nations, particularly as the Philippines continues to assert its rights under international law. Pag-asa Island, part of the Kalayaan Island Group, is located approximately 285 nautical miles off the coast of Palawan. It is the largest of the islands that the Philippines controls in the Spratly Group and has been home to about 200 Filipinos since 1978, when the government established a municipality under Palawan Province. The Philippines occupies 8 other features in the South China Sea, all of which it considers part of its exclusive economic zone, EEZ. In a related move, the Philippine Congress has allocated 800 million pesos to build a fishing port on a nearby island in the West Philippine Sea, intended to encourage civilian settlements in the area. This port project, separate from the 1.5 billion pesos earmarked for the Pag-asa Airport expansion, is part of a broader strategy to strengthen the Philippines' defensive posture in its western and northern regions. As China continues its aggressive actions in the South China Sea, the Philippines is increasingly focused on enhancing its external defense capabilities, as outlined in the country's comprehensive archipelagic defense strategy. The restoration of the Subic Bay airfield is another key element of Manila's defense strategy. Once a major U.S. naval base, Subic Bay is being revitalized to support maritime operations as part of the Philippines' efforts to counter China's actions in its sovereign waters. The new Philippine Air Force forward operating base at Subic Bay is set to host maritime patrol assets, fighter jets, missile storage, and a large hangar capable of supporting upcoming surveillance aircraft. This move will significantly enhance the Philippines' ability to project power in the South China Sea, a crucial region for the country's national security. Subic Bay, located 50 miles northwest of Manila, was the service and logistics center for the U.S. 7th Fleet until 1992. The bay's strategic location adjacent to the South China Sea makes it a key asset in the Philippines' defense strategy. The re-establishment of military infrastructure at Subic Bay is a direct response to the growing threat posed by China's maritime expansion. The Philippines is also looking to develop a new military base on the site of the former U.S. Naval Air Station at Subic Bay, further enhancing its aerial surveillance and power projection capabilities. The development of Subic Bay International Airport is also underway, with plans to use the facility as a staging point for joint air, sea, and land operations under the Philippine Military Strategic Basing Plan. This plan aims to identify key locations across the archipelago that can support military operations beyond the country's territorial waters and into its EEZ. The existing runway at Subic Bay may be utilized by surface attack aircraft to support both land and maritime operations, according to Philippine Air Force documents. In addition to the developments at Subic Bay, the Philippines is also strengthening its military presence on its northernmost island, Batanes. Located just 200 kilometers from Taiwan, Batanes is strategically important for the Philippines, particularly given the ongoing tensions between China and Taiwan. The Philippine military has been directed to increase the number of troops stationed on the island and to develop more infrastructure, including ports that can accommodate large vessels and other facilities for humanitarian and disaster relief. The Bashi Channel, which runs between Batanes and Taiwan, is a crucial choke point for ships traveling between the Western Pacific and the South China Sea. The Philippines' decision to bolster its military presence in this area is part of its broader strategy to counter China's aggressive actions in the region. The Philippine Navy recently opened a naval detachment on Spratlys Island in Batanes, a move that is seen as a direct response to China's military buildup in the region. In 2023, the Philippines and the United States conducted joint patrols on Spratlys Island, further underscoring the strategic importance of this location. The Philippines also opened a new Coast Guard post in Batanes, aimed at boosting security in the area and gathering essential maritime data and intelligence. This move is part of the Philippines' efforts to strengthen its territorial defense and protect its sovereignty in the face of China's increasing military presence in the region. The Philippines has also established a new Coast Guard monitoring station on Pag-asa Island, enhancing its ability to monitor Chinese vessels and aircraft in the South China Sea. This station, part of the country's broader efforts to secure its maritime borders, is expected to play a crucial role in maintaining peace and stability in the region. The Philippines is taking bold steps to assert its sovereignty in the West Philippine Sea. The development of the Pag-asa Island Airport, along with the restoration of Subic Bay and the strengthening of its military presence in Batanes, are all part of a comprehensive strategy to protect the country's territorial integrity. As tensions continue to rise in the South China Sea, these efforts will be crucial in ensuring the Philippines' national security and economic prosperity. The world is closely watching the Philippines' bold moves in the West Philippine Sea, particularly the development of an airport on Pag-asa Island. This project is seen as a direct challenge to China's sweeping claims over the region, signaling Manila's determination to defend its territorial rights. Global observers view this as a significant geopolitical statement, with the Philippines not only enhancing its military capabilities, but also reinforcing its sovereignty in a highly contested area. Internationally, this development is perceived as a crucial step in maintaining the balance of power in the South China Sea, a vital maritime route. The Philippines' decision to push forward with this project, despite Beijing's objections, has garnered attention from allies and rivals alike. The move is also part of a broader strategy that includes strengthening ties with the United States, as seen in the development of military facilities in Subic Bay and Batanes. As tensions escalate, the world sees the Philippines as a key player in the South China Sea dispute, willing to assert its rights while navigating complex international relations. This project is not just about infrastructure. It's a bold assertion of sovereignty that could reshape regional dynamics.